Columbus dreamed of flying to America, dreamed his future landfall from above, that Lewis and Clark, bedding down on rocky ground, flew at night across the Cascade Mountains in their dreams, above sequoias, over the Columbia, toward the valiant coast to the magnificent Pacific. Maybe we are built to reconnoiter from above, survey the earth from heaven, dream of flying. Maybe it's the angel in us. Gertrude Stein, the first time she flew, saw in Earth's crevasses and folds the antecedents of Cubism, and told Picasso that he'd stolen that artistic vision off the backs of birds. I want to think that Galileo flew in thought. I want to think that all the peasants in the fields of history dreamed in flight, that all the slaves and all indentured souls whose dust still gathers on this earth had wings at night and aspirations swift enough for uplift. I want to believe we're built for soaring in our thoughts. And out here on the edge, in California at night, in that fading wakefulness before sleep erases sight, my mind projects that sketch of Leonardo's, and then before I realize it, I'm flying in, flying to America, making landfall on this continent. Not from over the Pacific, not from Singapore or Australia, Fiji or Hawaii on routes I've flown in real airplanes, but I dream I'm coming in across the other ocean, over the Atlantic, like Columbus. Flying in not as I've done from England and Europe in a jumbo jet with Greenland off the starboard side, down the Scotia coast with Halifax below, but flying in and making my first contact off the Carolina coast near the 37th meridian, where the English landed, equidistant from the Catholic French in Canada and the Spanish Jesuits in Florida. I dream I'm flying in across Cape Hatteras, where that little spit of land cricks around Pamlico Sound, where the Tuscarora were, where the Tuscarora fished and lived and danced and laughed and loved before the measles and the smallpox took them. Here in California, on the edge at night, after the coyotes end their braying, there's an hour after midnight when a silence drops into these canyons, which persists till the first birdsong of morning. And in that intervening lull, I give myself to flying in, west from Tuscarora marshland over Choctaw sands and Chickasaw meadows. I project myself, speeding toward myself, flying as the eagle flies, over Creek, Catawba, Natchez, Kiowa, Comanche and Plains Apache, Wichita and Zuni, Navajo and Hopi, above the first and second mesas, over Acoma and Chaco Canyon, across the Colorado, toward the Paiute, Chumash, and Morongo, here, where I am, in Los Angeles. There are those who say the sound my country makes at night, the sound I hear when flying, the sound my nation exhales as it sleeps, is the sound of prayer, the sound of Jesus Christ arising from the basalt in the Rockies, splitting hearts of granite as he shakes off chains of time and is reborn. And there are those who claim the sound my nation makes at night is the metallic hiss of money in the forge, or the sound of slavery's jism misspent in anger and assimilation, or that the sound my nation makes is the sizzle of cosmetic simulation, the sound the cutting edge of surgical removal makes, the sound of history slipping into coma, cosmic silence, almost total, through which, in my dream of flying, I perceive a hopeful distant note, the sound my country makes, a note so confirming and annunciatory that it seems to bend into itself, bend into its own impending future like an announcing angel coming round the mountain, bend the way a shadow bends, conforming to the curvature of earth, wailing gently through the night. That sound is the siren sound of the iron road, a haunting whistle. I fly in my imagination.